Oh yeah, when I get home with the belt, it's gonna be lit.
Oh yeah.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Tale of Tape, episode 3. On today's episode, we're going to touch upon the UFC's event tomorrow, May 8th, as well as Canelo versus Saunders. Last night's PFL and Bob's last Rough and Rowdy fight.
Congrats, champ.
Yeah, congrats.
What else is new?
Thank God you won. It would have sunk the show.
I would have had to fucking move to another state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when we talked to Trapzilla, I think he thought we were like locals in West Virginia.
He definitely did. I did.
Yeah, because he's like, yeah, maybe like next, like I'll stop by. Yeah.
He asked us like where to eat. Like
Yeah.
Oh, that was the part that I listened to. I'm like, how the fuck would they know where to eat?
Because we're asking, we're like, do you find any casinos and shit? And
yeah.
He was like, no, nothing down here.
I'm gonna be honest, talking to him, I was like, he doesn't even know he's gonna make weight.
I know.
So.
Yeah, he fucking. I don't even think he did. I think they just let it slide because he weighed in. He got there wicked late, and then I went down like for him to weigh in because they wanted to film like a little face off or whatever like with us because he wasn't there for the legit weigh in, and he was 217, so he was 2 pounds over. He had to be 215, and they were like, oh shit, and the official guy wasn't there. Like it was just a promoter, and he was like, oh I'll do it tomorrow and I'll fucking make weight. Like I'll lose 2 pounds by tomorrow or whatever. So I wasn't there when he officially got weighed in, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah, they probably were just like, dude, it's 2 pounds. Who gives a fuck?
I said right there, I go, I don't care, dude. I was like, I don't give a fuck if you're 10 pounds over.
Yeah.
I'll fight you no matter what. But I know this. They're wicked strict down there. Like they'll like cancel fights if you don't make weight. So
It's the athletic commission, right? So
yeah, it's a West Virginia athletic commission. Yeah, and the commissioner is like wicked strict and like. I know for a fact the last event there was guys like fucking running around with fucking trash bags on trying to make there was a kid that didn't make it on the other side. He was too light and he had to like go. They made him like go out to dinner and like chug some water and then come back and weigh in or something like. So I mean, yeah, they're definitely strict about it. So that's why I don't know if they pulled some strings or not. I feel like they probably just fucking were like no one else was around. They were probably just like, dude, just fucking say it's good.
Yeah,
which I don't even care. I'm glad they did. Obviously, I would have been fucking pissed if they canceled it because of that.
So ultimately, did I see that correctly? Was it the right hook that you threw that did him in? Like, is that when he called it quits after that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really talk to him after, so I don't really know. I think he was, I know he was gassed. I could tell. I knew I was going to the third round, I was going to knock this kid the fuck out. 100%, no doubt in my mind, I was going to knock him out the third round because he was, the whole first 2 rounds, I was just wearing him down. And I could tell because when I fucking like, me and him were like tied up and I just kind of gave him a little shoulder and he fucking fell. Like he hit the ground wicked hard. I was like, that right there is like a sign of fatigue. That's like your legs being gassed. Yeah. Like the way he fell, I didn't even push him that hard with like, I just like kind of leaned on him and he fucking fell. I knew right away. I was like, because my legs have been gassed that bad before too. Training, I get my legs gassed like that all the time. And I was like, dude, I knew right away. I'm like, his legs are fucking done. Like, I'm going to knock this kid the fuck out. And then he got up and that's when I hit him good. I hit him really good right at the end of the second round. And I kind of rocked him, and then the bell rung, and he went back to his corner, and I think he just realized the combination of getting rocked and being so gassed, I think he was just like,
fuck
this third round, he's dead. Like, I was like, I knew I was coming out for the third round. Like, I figured him out already. It was taking me a fucking minute to get my my distance down with him because I like to get in real close with people, but he kept just fucking grabbing me the whole time. So, like, halfway through the fucking first round, he was just holding me the whole time. I was like, all right, if I get in that close, he's going to keep grabbing me. So I was like, but if I stay too far back, his reach is way longer than mine. I was like, I have to find like the perfect range where I'm far enough away that he can't grab me, but I'm close enough to hit him with, you know what I mean? Right inside of his range though. So it took me a minute to figure it out. But once I had him figured out by the end of the second round, like I was like, all right, I know exactly how I got to fight this kid for the third round. I'm going to fuck this kid up. And then he quit. So I was fucking pissed that he quit because I feel like I got cheated out of a knockout, but whatever. I still won, so suck. It's not, you know what I mean, a win's a win, but I'm not happy about my performance. I would have liked to get a better finish or whatever, so that you know what I mean? That's what people, if you want to like get bigger fights and shit, you got to knock people out. Like that's, you know what I mean? So like they want like viral videos, you know what I mean? Like they want fucking big ass knockouts. So like a boring ass fight like that, like doesn't really get anybody fucking, doesn't really help me. You know what I mean? I'm glad I won, but I'm just didn't win the way I want to. I'm taking next kid I fight, I'm gonna fucking annihilate. Like,
well, hey, they like we said before we started recording. It sounded like, you know, you were about to get some respect put on your name, and even to the point where they said they might need to offer someone upwards of like 50 to 100K to come and beat you. So like, if that's what they're offering someone to beat you, like I would assume that's what they're thinking about for the prize. Like if you're to win, right?
Yeah, they definitely talked about me getting more money. They didn't say how much, but.
That was the number they threw out there on the.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about for me. They were talking about paying other people that much. But the thing is, I hope they don't think that I'm just gonna like fight some guy for like a tenth of what they're making.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like if they're gonna give someone that,
like,
they should offer
like,
you that much.
I'm gonna be like, you're gonna give me a fair amount. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I need the same as the bigger name.
Obviously, like 3/4.
Yeah, like
Well, there's
obviously
a bounty on your head.
The bigger name guy, I understand, is gonna get more money than me. Like I'm not like delusional. Like that makes sense. I'm fine with that. But they're gonna have to give me a fair amount for whatever they're paying the other guy.
But once you knock that guy dead,
well, yeah, then we'll
start
talk.
talking
Yeah, but
big money.
Whoever big name guy they get for me to fight, like they're definitely. I'm not gonna just do it for like $5,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm gonna be like, okay, how much you paying him? All right, I want X amount based off that. You know what I mean? So if they lie to me and I find out the day of, I'm gonna be like, not going in. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Scrap the whole thing. Like, so they better not lie to me if you guys hear this. Like, yeah.
Well,
I can see them doing that. Like, oh, we're only paying him this much, and then I get there and someone's like, oh, he's making this much. I'm gonna be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
oh, don't fucking lie to me.
well, speaking of sniffing out bullshit, I think you wanted to touch on the whole Floyd Mayweather, what was it, Jake Paul controversy?
Yeah.
That whole little scuffle that went down that I don't really believe was legit.
Yeah, so that's been the big debate the last couple days, or was it yesterday actually that it happened?
I think it was.
It was yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
All right,
yesterday.
so not the last couple days. So yeah, literally one day it's been the debate. But yeah, so a lot of people are saying it was fake and the whole thing was scripted and it was just they're just doing it to sell pay-per-views and this and that. I honestly, my original thought was the same thing until I really like watched it. I watched it from every different angle, and there's clearly punches that are thrown. It's like a fucking street fight. You know what I mean? Like it's like a fight outside of a bar. Like there's everyone grabbing and shoving, but there is like definitely a few people that are throwing punches. So I mean, Jake Paul definitely had a black eye after. Like he posted a picture of it. He absolutely got blasted in the face, and he claims he tweeted out that before he even tweeted, I was just looking at something. He posted something, and I was like looking at it. And I'm like, dude, it looks like he has a black eye. And then 2 minutes later, he tweeted out like, finally, he's like, 3 fucking pro fights. Someone finally fucking hit me or something. And I'm like, all right, yeah. Now it seems more legit. And Mayweather, kind of there was like a video of him going off, and it didn't see, unless he's an Academy Award winning actor, like, which I don't think he ever will be. Like it was pretty convincing. If it was an acting performance, it was convinced
he has to
me
read the
because
script first.
He was flipping the fuck out. He's like, I'll fucking kill you, motherfuckers. Like, and I'm like, oh shit. He looked like a fucking maniac.
But what would they be selling at that point? Because it's so confusing to me that Jake's starting shit with Mayweather when Logan's fighting.
Because he's already looking down the road. Like, after he beats my brother, I want to fight him. You know what I mean? That's it right there. He's setting up. He's piggybacking off this fight to get to fight him next.
I mean,
but it's just like he'll kill him too. So I don't know why. Like, why do they all want to fight?
Well, Floyd,
so many other people out there have to fight. I get. I mean, he's gonna make a shit. They'll make a shitload of money off it. That's why, obviously. But like, it's not even like you're not even the same, remotely close to the same class as him.
People will still pay
listen,
money. It's
actually, first of all, Logan Paul, I think is not good at all at boxing from what I've seen, and he hasn't done anything. So that's why it's a joke that he's fighting.
He's
Mayweather.
like 1 and 2.
He's never even won. He has a tie.
Yeah,
a tie and a loss. That's what I mean. He's 0 wins.
But I get why Floyd does it, because he's like, this guy's a shit bomb.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make $100 million with zero risk.
Yeah, like
zero.
He could literally tie an arm behind his back. Like when people say that as a joke, as an expression.
He literally
I could beat you with a hand tied behind my back.
Yeah.
He actually could. Like they could literally tie it around his fucking back and he would still win. It's not even gonna be close. But I was gonna say, Jake, on the other hand, anyone at this point who says that he's a fucking YouTuber, you're a hater, because he's actually pretty good now. Like he's proven that he hasn't fought anyone, like he hasn't fought a legit like world class boxer, obviously. But he has proven that he's you know, he's got some skills. He's kind of
Yeah.
he's decent.
He's young too.
And
He's gonna
it's
get
just funny
better.
because everyone keeps changing the fucking narrative. First, everyone's like, "Fight a real fighter, fight a real fighter," and he's like, "Okay, he fights a real fighter." Then now it's fight a real boxer. Fight. It's like, all right, admit you were people that shit on him. You got to admit you were wrong. He actually can throw his hands. But don't get me wrong, Mayweather would undress him. Like that's like he's
levels,
he's at least decent. He's a decent boxer. Mayweather is the best boxer. Like he would undress him. That's if all he cares about is actually, you know what? I kind of go all over the place. It's kind of I don't know. I have ADD and I can't control it. I go from one thing to another. But if he's serious about boxing, all right. Let me back up a little. He claims that all he wants to do now is be a boxer and he's serious about boxing. If that's true, why would you be trying to fight Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
You know what I mean? If it's just trying to make money.
He is trying to make. I think it's really just a money grab.
That's what I'm saying. If you're just trying to make money, fine. But if you're serious about, you just really love the sport and you like, no, I want to make a name. I'm done being a YouTuber. Like I want to be a fucking pro boxer and make a name for my. Why would you fight a guy that you know you're gonna lose?
You would never take that.
You know what I mean?
fight.
Like you would never. You're 3-0. Now you're gonna be 3-1. Why would you ever look at all these other boxers that they fucking pad their stats for fucking years?
Hand-pick fights.
Like they're 30-0 when they go into their first like legit like really big opponent. They're 30. You know what I mean? They're all undefeated. It's the only sport in the world where everyone's undefeated when they
exactly.
Like
and there's 7 belts and none of them.
But I'm saying he's gonna be. So now he's gonna be 3-1 if he fights him. You're 3-1. You don't have a fucking prayer whatsoever to win that fight. So it's like now it's kind of to me it's like it discredits him. It's like everything he said leading up to this point. It's like now I was starting to believe it. Like I was starting to believe that you were serious about boxing and you really wanted to be like make a name for yourself in the sport. But now to me it's just about fame and money. You know what I mean? You just want to be more 100%. Famous and more rich. Like because. Which is fine. Like if that, I mean, I would do it for $100 million too.
Yeah, I'd get my ass kissed by Floyd Mayweather.
You are going to lose, and you must know. Like unless you're fucking actually delusional, like, which he maybe is. You should know there's a 0% chance you can win against Floyd Mayweather. So now it's like, all right. So now you don't care. So you just don't care about getting a loss.
But
so that's just whatever.
The biggest,
3-1.
The biggest takeaway from Jake and his little incident with Mayweather yesterday is what a shitbum Logan is for promoting. What an idiot! Like how bad is he?
Yeah.
That he's fighting Floyd Mayweather for real. Unless more people are talking about his brother.
Yeah, I know.
Shit talking him in like the street than the actual fight. It's like
I'd be fucking pissed if I'd be like,
yeah, Logan. I mean, dude,
why are you stealing?
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is my day.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This is my moment, and you stole it.
Exactly,
like,
but it's
he literally
like,
did. He stole his. He just went there and was like, I'm stealing this fucking moment.
Nobody talks about him anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's not even
what even is that?
they're like a package deal anyway, though. Like, once you talk about one, you're talking about the other. Like,
show me a picture. I can't tell them apart. I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
I
really don't.
lie.
No, I don't know.
That is like such a classic hater.
Little
that's like all the haters that like refuse to admit that Jake Paul's decent.
The only time I've seen them is in these boxing things.
Yeah.
So I actually don't know what they look like. I know they're blonde.
They're both blonde.
They're both blonde.
Okay.
Logan Paul's
That's my knowledge
significantly bigger and like more shredded.
Okay.
Jake Paul's actually.
He's more like laid back. Like you can still call him a tool for
Logan's
sure.
chill.
But he's chilly. Yeah,
He's definitely more chill.
Yeah, like that's why we're not talking about Logan Paul because he's just like
he doesn't do like crazy shit.
He doesn't
like,
do
his brother
crazy
Jake
nonsense
is
like
a villain. Like he's being like the bad guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
He does product
that's how you make
reviews.
money is being the villain. And
I wish so bad that fucking Mayweather just knocked him the fuck out. Like like when he grabbed his hat.
Yeah,
like,
me too. And
he
then
should have just fucking unloaded him.
He should have.
That was the only thing that made me think maybe it wasn't legit. And that
How
it was
did he
fake.
get so close to Floyd fucking Mayweather?
They were in each other's face arguing. You didn't
took
see
his
the video?
hat.
I saw the video,
Yeah.
but like, so he'd have to be like, "Hey, it's Logan Paul. Let's talk some shit." You get what I'm saying?
It was Jake.
Jake Paul.
Jake was there, but I don't know what happened. Obviously, I only saw what the video showed. They're in each other's face talking. He's saying he wanted to fight him next, and he's like, "Dude, sign the contract. Sign the contract." He just grabs his hat. The thing that made me think at first that it was fake was because he didn't hit him instantly. I'm like, how is that not? That's instant fucking fight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and someone grabs your hat off you. I literally, actually, a couple of years ago, I literally did get into a street fight over over that. Like somebody knocked my scally cap off, and I instantly punched him in the face. This is funny because it's like at a time in my life where I was like going through a transitioning phase where I didn't want to get in fights anymore. I was like, all right, I gotta grow up. Like I'm too old to be getting in fights. And then I was like, we were away. We were in Saratoga, and I'm like like all my friends and shit. Like we used to go to Saratoga every year. And I was like, I'm not getting in a fight. Like, no more fights for me. And then someone knocked my hat off my head, and it was just instant fight. Like, I was like, all right, I'm fighting you. And then after the next day, everybody was like, what happened to no fights? I'm like, dude, you knocked my scalp cap off my head. All bets are off.
You might as well spit on it. Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's automatic.
It's automatic.
I don't give a fuck how old I am. Yeah. Like,
did you fight his brother afterwards?
What did you say?
You fight his brother afterwards?
No, I would have though. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? Where were we? I lose
in that same vein. What I'm pumped about. This is the only thing I'm pumped about is Chad Ochocinco's getting a fight.
I saw that too.
Wait, yeah, Chad Ochocinco's getting a fight
on that card. Right?
I don't care. Hammer Ochocinco.
No, dude, that guy's such an idiot.
No, he is a fucking freak athlete though. But obviously,
super athlete.
Yeah, that doesn't translate into boxing.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. No, but
I'm just a huge fan. No. Yeah.
No, but like his thing.
Not right off the bat.
It doesn't matter how athletic you are. Boxing is such a different sport altogether. If you have no experience at it and you haven't trained at it, you're not going to be fucking good at it. But if you're wicked athletic, it'll come to you so much quicker than an average person.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if he actually starts training every fucking day,
he's like 47. So.
Yeah, is he that old?
No, he's probably like I bet you.
He's like 35.
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
Is this what the state of boxing is though? That's what's selling now. Like people, do people want to see celebrities and athletes fight more than
you know why? Because no one's
boxers?
actually watching boxing because it's fucking terrible to watch.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
The most poorly organized sport on the planet Earth, and nobody's watching it. Like, how do I watch a boxing match? I don't know.
Well, the thing is,
they subscribe to Showtime.
Yeah, well, Showtime, maybe HBO, but like, so that's the thing.
Honestly,
it's like,
you watching boxing is you're better off just watching like no name, like low level, like no name guys box because it's more like
exactly.
It's a legit fight and it's entertaining.
Yeah,
you watch the big name guys and it's like, oh, he's a minus 3,000 favorite. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sick.
Like it's not even close. It's like that's the thing. That's the whole problem with it, which is the difference between them and the UFC is. The best guys never fight each other until for years they dodge each other. They fight all these other guys that they don't have a fucking chance of winning. So it's not entertaining because it's like, you know what I mean? Like I want to watch a fight going into it that I don't know who's gonna win. You know what I mean? But you watch boxing and it's like I know this guy is gonna win before the fight even starts. I can't even fucking bet on it. He's minus 2,000.
He walks into the cage with 7 belts on. You're like, where are these from, dude? Like what belt is this? There's no unification.
Yeah,
it's just this guy's a champ over here and he's a champ over here, and we'll never fight.
But that's the difference between the boxing and the UFC, where the best, if you're the best, you're fighting the best.
You're fighting the best.
You're fighting if you want to be the champ. You're fighting the best contenders.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like there's no hiding from them. It's like, hey, you're fighting this guy. Like
you get 2 good wins and you're right in the mix.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But boxing, it's like. I'll fight 10 guys in a row that don't even have a chance, you know what I mean, before they finally...
UFC's got a matchmaker, and he looks like, what stylistically would be a crazy fight.
Crazy fight.
Yeah. He doesn't... this guy... I don't care about this guy's record. Let him get knocked out. That'd be sick.
And the reason is, too, and this is the other thing, and actually, I'm stealing this... This isn't my thought. I'm stealing this from Joe Rogan. He said this on his podcast, but it's the most true thing of all time. He's like, the problem with boxing is they made it so it's not okay to lose.
Yeah,
everyone has to be undefeated. Yep. Everyone's undefeated, or they have one loss. You know what I mean? Like Canelo has one loss, and it was to fucking Floyd Mayweather. Like, so you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, it's everyone undefeated because they just fight all easy opponents. Whereas UFC, they all the best guys except for John Jones have 4 or 5 losses on their belt because they're fighting other fucking really good people. Yeah. Like you're gonna lose once in a while. Like,
and there's guys like Cowboy Cerrone who they get their shit rocked all the time.
Yeah.
Like, they're and Nate Diaz too. Like
they're dogs. Yeah,
they both just get their shit rocked. But when you know when they show up there, you're getting a fucking sick fight.
Exactly.
Win or lose, and you're like, I'm down.
And you know that even when they lose, it's like they fought a wicked good opponent.
Exactly.
So you don't think less of them for it.
He sucks.
You know what I mean? As long as they get getting knocked out by some scrub, it's like, dude, he lost to fucking Masvidal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like he lost to whoever. Like it's not like, you know what I mean? So you don't. It's not like their stock goes down. You know what I mean?
No.
Like Cerrone got knocked the fuck up by McGregor. Like his stock didn't go down. Like he lost. McGregor is one of the best fighters in the world. No matter, I don't care what people say. I know some people now are like, oh, he's not as good anymore. Blah blah. He's still one of the best fucking MMA fighters in the world.
That's like one of the. That's like the thing.
I held out for a while.
What's that?
I held out for a while. I was
McGregor?
like, dude, but when he fought Diaz that first time, I was like, he can throw.
Yeah,
he can fucking throw.
Yeah, I mean, his
he's definitely not the
kickboxing-
best.
No, he's
People that anyone who says he's the best in
the
that
best
weight
shit talker,
class
yeah.
is an idiot. He's
Honestly,
clearly not.
I
But
think-
to say he's not like one of the best, that's bullshit.
See, no, I totally disagree. He's not one of the best.
I think
He
is.
did it. He did his pick the fights.
I think
he did a picks. Listen to this. If
Okay.
he comes to the UFC 2 years later than he did, Conor McGregor is a nobody. He got in at the right time. The lightweight division was weak. We had Eddie Alvarez as the champ. Everybody was bums, and he just started beating these dudes that weren't that great. And then he got to the top. The only thing I'll give it to him was Aldo. That you can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
I can't take that away
I mean,
from him.
that's like what
Yeah.
I think that was like his claim to fame too.
Was
like,
Aldo,
that
yeah.
was like,
and then Aldo from there from Aldo
Yeah.
up. That was it.
okay, but I'm just saying, based on what I saw in his last fight, his boxing, because he's been training, he wants to box like legit again.
Yeah,
Like, he wants
yeah.
to fight like I think Manny Pacquiao or something. Like
Oh, I
I
wonder
don't
why,
fucking know.
yeah.
Yeah, obviously for money, you're gonna make $100 million again.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm saying, he's only been training boxing. His
Yeah.
boxing against fucking Poirier, he looked like the best his boxing's ever looked. Like
Yeah, it was
just
clean.
just if you
Yeah.
break down like obviously mixed martial arts, like that one particular martial art boxing, like his boxing was like
Was
off the
elite.
shots.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it was
the
good.
first round he was picking him apart.
Yeah,
he
100%.
could not throw with him. The leg kicks is all that the only
That's what did
the
it.
leg kicks is what did him in because clearly he focused all of his fucking time on boxing. He forgot about hey, this is MMA. You're gonna get your legs fucking snapped in half. Like, but I'm saying his actual boxing looked like I thought off the best it's ever looked in his whole career, and he looked like he was just fucking undressing him in the first
Yeah.
round, and then obviously the leg kicks is what did him in. But I think moving forward to their third fight, he knows. I think he learned his lesson. I think he's gonna fucking kill him.
Put him
I think he's gonna knock him out.
I hate to say it.
He's gonna knock him out.
I'm
Again,
say it.
'cause
I'm putting the house
with the
on Conor
live
McGregor.
crowd.
And you know what
if
the
they
best
stand
part
there
is?
and try to exchange.
It's
I'm
fucking
telling you,
done.
his boxing
It's
is off
done.
the fucking charts
Yeah.
right now. Like for a UFC level, for like in the UFC, I don't think anyone has as good of boxing as he has.
Do you
right
think
now.
he's the best boxer in the UFC?
I would say yes, except for Stylebender maybe because Stylebender was like one of the best. Like had like a fucking 100 kickboxing fights. Obviously, kickboxing is different, but
I would say Holloway, Poirier is up there.
Yeah, I like Poirier.
But
you say Poirier's
I think
boxing
Poirier's-
is better. I just said for 10 straight minutes that McGregor's boxing's better.
I mean,
Did you not watch that fight?
I
He
did.
outboxed him the whole first round. They were trying to
Correct.
exchange. He literally was just slipping and fucking jabbing him. It was just picking him apart. Poirier couldn't fucking do anything. Like until he started kicking him in the legs, and he was like, "Oh, that's working. I'm gonna keep doing that." And then he just kept doing it, kicking him, and then then he fucked him up. But that, I'm telling you, take the leg kicks out of it. He tried standing in there and throwing with him. He could not. That's what I'm saying.
But
you
it's
just
a
said
mixed
he's
martial
you just
arts
said he's
fight.
one of the best boxers. I'm telling you, McGregor just outboxed the fuck out of him. That's what I'm saying. His boxing.
yeah,
right
he
now
did.
is-
Okay, yeah,
this is the
correct.
best. His
But I'm
boxing-
saying,
if he can figure out everything else right now, he's gonna kill everyone. That's what I think. I think people are sleeping on him, thinking he's like.
But
a
I mean,
has-been.
at the
Not
end
at
of the day, all you got to do is take him down. It's a wrap. So I don't
But
care
it-
how
it
good
has-
his boxing is.
But everyone he fights, I mean, they handpick fights that they know are going to be exciting,
Exactly,
striking.
yeah,
They pick
yeah.
strikers to fight.
Yeah,
They don't.
no, exactly.
They're not picking
Yeah.
someone. They don't want to see a fucking wrestling match with Conor
No,
McGregor.
they don't.
People pay a ton of money to fucking watch him and somebody else fucking throw.
Just throw, exactly.
Like that. They're not. He's fighting people they're going to stand there and throw with him.
But
And I'm
that's
saying
why-
right now I don't think anyone can throw with him. I don't think anyone. All right, this is how I'll sum it up. I don't think anyone can throw hands with him right now. People can beat him using other tools. But if anyone tries to throw hands with him, he's gonna win. That's I should have just said that. Can we erase the last 10 minutes? Just say that.
but
Like
still, I mean,
nobody can throw hands
Dustin
with
Poirier knocked him out with his hands.
Yeah, because he fucked up
Don't
because he
give him
fucked
an
up his
excuse.
legs.
It's an MMA
Don't give him
fight.
an
It was his legs though. Like he was fucking up his legs, and then he got him with his hands. But it was like a combination of both. You know what I mean? Like he was only able to get to him with his hands because he was using his legs. Like I'm saying, just hands. He's not doing. Dude, McGregor almost knocked him out in the first round.
Yeah, he did.
We get so off topic on this show. Why are we even still talking about this? Why are we talking about
We
this?
just lost it.
I don't even remember how we got to this. What were we talking about?
We go down.
I-
Where do we?
No
What
idea.
led to this? What were we talking?
We were talking about boxing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know we were talking about boxing. I mean, we're talking people dodging. Aren't you supposed to be the one to keep track? What are we
Let's talk about Canelo.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what you're talking about.
But I feel like we
yeah.
had a point we were supposed to make and we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
This is what the people want.
This is what's gonna happen though. 10 minutes later, I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna go, oh wait,
The tangents.
forget about it. Let's go back to that.
No, you were talking about how boxing isn't unified and how people.
Yeah, well, that was step one. There was another thing. There's somewhere along. I don't know. All right, whatever. What's next?
I was to touch upon. I watched the PFL last night, and it's kind of stupid.
You don't like it?
It's
Is
kinda like,
that the bare knuckle league?
no, that's the thing where like each.
I'm a big fan of the bare knuckle league.
Is that going on right now? Can you watch that?
Yeah, but they only do like once a month, I think.
Well, I
fun
can't
fact,
imagine you can get bare knuckled in the face.
You can
more
try
than
out.
once a
You
month.
can try out. I'm literally gonna try out.
You should try
like
it.
a year from now. I'm dead ass. I'm gonna go down. I think it's in like Alabama or something. I saw that they had
Yeah, you can
tryouts.
only do it in Alabama.
I just
No,
got back
there's a
from
few states you
Alabama.
can do it
It's
in.
beautiful.
But did you?
Yeah.
All I know is, I think I'd be good at that. I'm going to try out for that like at some point in my life in the next like couple of years. When I don't think I'm ready for it yet, but I'm getting there.
I feel like you have to really commit to like getting hurt.
I don't care. I'll get hurt.
Vaseline the fuck up. Just Vaseline up.
The goal is to hurt people worse than they hurt you. So
There you go.
I think that's where my future is going to end up is in fighting wise. I'm going to keep doing rough and rowdy for as long as they're going to keep having me back. But at some point, I think I'm going to try to do bare knuckle.
Where do you want to be weight wise? Are you good with where you're at right now? How much are you cutting?
I would cut. I think I'd be better if I'm 185 pounds. I think I'd be better if I cut to 175 light heavyweight and fought at that.
Is that a weight class in bare knuckle?
Yeah, it's
Looked it up?
legit. Yeah, it's all the same.
Is there a 160?
Yeah, I couldn't go that.
You don't
low,
think you
though.
can make it?
No chance. I'm
Wait,
already
what do you
like
mean? It's the same as MMA.
it's the same as boxing. It's
Oh,
boxing
okay,
weight
okay,
classes. Yeah, so 175 is light heavyweight in
heavyweight.
boxing. In UFC, it's not even a weight class. 170 is welterweight, and then 185 is middleweight. So, but yeah, they have the same weight classes. I don't know. They're not as big yet. They're getting big though. But I'm saying there's people that are like showing up at these tryouts that are like, it's weird because like people that are like weren't that good at boxers, but they're like really good at bare knuckle boxing. You know what I mean? Because it's such a different like
Yeah, it
style of
is.
fighting.
Yeah,
Like because it's like the blocking is like you can't block the same way because you break your hands like shit.
Is
Like,
that?
you know what I mean?
Do they do that in like the weird like tunnel thing?
No, it's
Are
a
they still
square. It's
doing
like a circular.
Circular.
It's like a
isn't
ring
it-
that's like
but
circular.
it goes down, don't it?
No, I don't know what you mean by that.
There's
Like
some
they fight
way to-
underground, like
Yeah,
like,
no, like that
fucking
has like so like
gophers.
it's almost like a pool.
Like a
No.
pit. It's a pit.
Yeah, like a pit. No, I'm pretty sure it is. It's,
That would be
everyone's
crazy.
watching at ground level, and if you were to keep walking, it's almost like a little pool where it's a dip.
I don't think so.
And then-
Can you
Maybe-
run up the ramp like the side and then just Superman punch?
No. The thing's definitely flat. I've watched it. Listen, I'm a vehicle expert. I've watched like every one of those
I'm
fights.
thinking
like,
of something
Yeah, no, there's
maybe
definitely. It's just a
different.
ring.
That's a good idea, though.
It's just a ring. It's just a ring that's circular instead of square.
Okay.
So what is the
call it the-
PFL?
So the PFL is just like a Bellator UFC type thing, but their angle of it is it's like they do like the soccer type thing where it's like or like a hockey where each win, the way you win, you get points and stuff.
How long is the
you don't-
season?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's a season, and the top 4 in each weight division go into a playoff.
That's
And
actually
then-
sick.
I
and
love the
then-
idea of
and then
seasons.
every New Year's Eve, they have all the championship fights, and the winner wins $1 million.
That is sick.
So it's a
It's
year-long
sick.
season.
Yeah, it's a year-long
That's
season.
badass.
Honestly, I've actually kind of like. All right, I'm not even gonna steal this credit either. I didn't come up with this idea. One of my friends did, but I think it'd be sick too if they did it. Is like it's kind of the same thing, but if the UFC had like a bracket system, like a champions,
Like Bellator.
Well, yeah, Bellator does.
Oh, Bellator does that.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
do
really
that.
watch
Yeah,
Bellator.
Bellator
Like a
does.
March
it's
Madness
awesome,
for,
bro.
for
It's
fighting.
All right, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's sick. UFC should do that.
Yeah, they got seating and everything.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, I'm not a big Bellator guy. I've never really got into it.
It's getting
It's a
better.
pretty-
Yeah,
it's
it's
getting
legit.
better.
No, I know they have like really good fighters. They don't promote it as well as fucking UFC does. Like UFC
No,
is
they
all
don't.
in your face. Like when there's a big fight coming up, like you can't even avoid it. Like it's all over everything.
And
Like
for Bellator, you have to have Showtime.
that's the thing. I don't.
Hey,
So I
they're,
just bought
they're getting
Showtime the
paid.
other day.
Those Bellator guys
They
are
get
getting
paid better than UFC.
I heard
does.
that they
Yeah.
get paid better.
I mean, dude, and like that's what a lot of these guys that left the UFC are going to PFL for because they're like, wait, I just gotta win this 1 year tournament. I'm getting $1 million. So that they're getting like these really good guys that are like, dude, I'm just gonna go over there and fuck everybody up. and get $1 million at the end of the year.
So are they getting paid?
Yeah, obviously they're getting paid per fight.
But it's probably not a lot.
You know why the UFC will never do the bracket system though?
Why?
Because you'd end up with like guys like not their big name guys
In the finals.
They'd be winning.
Yeah,
they'd be like you'd have like boring ass fighters that just like take guys down and like
exactly.
out-wrestle them.
Yeah.
They would win, and then they would make they would end up. You
had no stars.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why their matchmaking system is the best. That's why the UFC is the best. I think.
I agree.
So like that's like the one flaw with the whole bracket. It would be cool though.
But that's why it's cool at Bellator because you're like, like who really gives a fuck?
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, let's just see who's gonna be the best out of this tournament.
Could you imagine if they had like a 64 like guy tournament? That would be sick. Like,
no, but how would you seed that? Would Conor McGregor fight the fucking guy in the UFC?
draw
debut?
straws. I think that'd be badass.
That would be cool. Yeah. Imagine.
Drawing straws, yeah, that would be actually sick.
Fuck, I got McGregor.
Then it's just like any, you know what I mean? Like no idea who you get.
No clue.
Like,
yeah, that'd be pretty.
You know what I mean? And like some fights would be sick, other ones would be boring. Like,
You don't find out till the day you show up, so you can't watch tape.
No, but you would have to watch tape on everybody.
I guess.
Yeah, all 64 people.
guys.
I mean, if I was doing it, I would. Like, I'd be like, I gotta watch everyone. Like,
This guy like the king.
So a thing about the PFL that I noticed was like the same thing as the boxing is every fight was minus fucking 600. There's one chick that was minus 5,000.
and as a
So I
bettor,
was like,
which we all are.
That's what.
How much
sucks
does it
about
suck
this.
watching something you can't bet on because it's minus,
I need even
yeah,
money.
like not even even, but give me like something that's bettable.
And they're not even like they're not established enough where they're like fight ends in the first round. Where like I would just
so
throw
there's no
$50
props.
on it because I'm a loser.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you can't even bet like
You can't even
props.
do it like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You can't do
that
props.
sucks, yeah.
So I was watching.
Oh, I'm done with them.
Yeah, exactly. So I had one fight and it was at like 10:30, and I'm just like watching these fights. I'm like, dude, I just want to bet on this next fight. It's like, oh, she's minus 5,000. I'm like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, $5,000 with
it.
100. Like,
Yeah.
yo, send it.
But I mean,
If she loses, I would you just like
Flash
get
knockout.
mad. You're like, fuck it, I'm putting $5,000 down.
But that's the thing, like,
I'll spend 100, quick $100.
there was mad knockouts. Like these people that were 5,000, they were
Yeah,
like,
they're just
killing some
All right,
people.
so that's why they're doing it. They're trying to get like big. They want big knockouts.
Exactly.
So they're just like serving up fucking sheep to a bunch of wolves. Like
Exactly.
All
yeah.
right, put this fucking where
Those
this
good
guy
highlights.
fight. I don't know. We just found him like outside the bar, shit face. Like throw him in there against this guy who's like fucking 20-0. Like and he just knocks him the fuck
So
out.
I ended up finding one fucking line that I was like, all right, this is reasonable, and it was Werdum fighting some guy. He was minus
Fabricio Werdum?
Yeah, Fabricio Werdum. He was minus 290. I parlayed it with the Miami Marlins, so that was that was fine.
Why didn't you just take the minus 290 like to win 100?
Well, the Marlins were a lock and they won.
Oh, so you hit it.
Well, that's what I'm gonna get to.
We lost.
So, in retrospect,
Yeah.
I should have just taken the Marlins and not parlayed it with fucking Fabricio Werdum. But it was I only won $80 more by parlaying the two, so it was stupid. It was just
But you
me
lost.
being. It was me being a
You
loser.
lost though.
Because it was on
So-
TV in front of you.
Exactly. That's why I was like, well, I can watch this tonight, and I'll just.
That's when
parlay
you know
it.
you're a degenerate.
Yeah.
When you look at how much you could have won, and you're like,
Yep.
oh, I only made $17 more.
Exactly
Like,
for
and
that the
yeah.
extra 3
Yeah.
teams. But so I'm watching the fight, right, and Werdum gets him in a triangle choke. The guy taps, he lets it go, and then the guy just punches him. And the fight keeps
How
going.
does that happen?
I don't fucking know.
What do you mean?
He tapped.
Yeah, he tapped out.
So Werdum, just being a nice guy, for whatever reason.
wait, so you bet on this
Werdum.
fight. The guy you bet on won, and the guy just decided.
The ref didn't call it.
just decides to beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
after.
so he has him a triangle choke.
I'd be like, I'm not paying.
He taps, and then he lets it go a little bit. He gets his arm free and starts punching him, and then I'm like, just like,
How did
whoa.
nobody like review it? Like they didn't talk.
They didn't. They did. They
what
were
the
like,
commentators say?
oh, that was controversial.
Well, that's
and I'm
the
like,
way-
that's it. That's all we're gonna say.
But the ref has to call. That's the rule. So
Yeah,
the ref
so
has
that's
to,
all-
and the
that's
ref
all-
just shit the bed.
Yeah, but I don't know like what he was doing. It's just wait till the ref breaks it up.
The
He
ref
blatantly
parlayed the other
tapped.
guy with the Marlins.
First of all, the guy that that got tapped out and then just started
Scumbag.
wild
Say
move,
scumbag,
wild
dude.
move to tap out and then proceed to beat the shit out of the
Yes,
guy.
dude.
I didn't tap.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
No one saw that.
And they show the replay 10 times, and it's like,
That's
I mean, he clearly tapped.
That's more outrageous than the ref missing it.
Yeah, but the ref, he was like,
he
right
knew he
there.
tapped out.
Yeah.
The guy let him go, and then he just
and
turned.
then he just started
started
wailing
beating
on
the
him.
fuck
Yeah.
out of him.
Yeah.
What did Fabricio bitch?
Yeah, he's like, well, I mean, you see the video because he's got broken ass.
Yeah.
He's like he tapped. He goes, out of respect, I've been doing this for fucking so and so years. He goes, out of respect for him, when I feel a tap, I let go. So he let go, and the other guy was just like, all right.
Fabricio's a legend.
I know. I was like,
What the other guy say in his interview? I didn't fucking tap. I was just fucking scratching.
Dude,
I was trying to scratch.
I didn't even watch it. I was like, I'm done with it.
Like, how do you? I wasn't tapping, dude. Like, I was trying to fucking.
It was insane.
I was trying
So,
to get him off, and then
I was hoping
he just let go.
I was hoping they were gonna like review it, be like,
Yeah.
okay, after review, will at least be a no contest or something.
No,
like,
that's not.
No,
dude,
he
he
just-
tapped. Like,
he tapped.
it's on video. Like, this isn't the 1920s.
yeah,
like,
and I'm just watching it.
we
I'm
have
like,
evidence. Like,
this
of
is
it.
fucking
visual evidence.
crazy.
I would be so fucking mad if I bet. on
I
that
was sick to my stomach.
I would have thrown up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
do you
wanted to.
remember that Czech Congo Pat Duffy? Who was it? It was the Czech Congo got
Czech
knocked the
Congo
fuck
versus
out.
Pat Barry.
Pat Barry. Kind of the same thing.
No, different. No,
I get it. Yeah.
tapping is you saying
Submit.
I'm
You-
done.
you're
I'm-
submitting.
I quit.
Dude, if you tap, the fight's over. You lost.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
That's hilarious.
It was
It's actually kind of
crazy.
hilarious that he got.
No, it was not
tapped.
hilarious.
Just did like a double take. Like, wait, nobody's noticed I tapped, and he starts punching him in the
that-
face.
It was like he went tap tap punch.
It's fucking hilarious. How
Like,
do you
I-
even like have any respect for yourself after doing that?
It's
Like,
also-
go
he-
on the mic. Yeah, I'm the best. I fucking won. It's like, dude, we all.
It
who
was-
are you trying to fool?
It was fucking terrible, and
But he probably was
that's
like
a bad taste in my
Obviously,
mouth.
he probably gets way more money if he wins. So he was just like, yeah.
Plus,
you
he gets like the certain amount of points per win.
Yeah.
For the
Are you
playoffs.
recommending we watch this or no?
It sounds to me very
It's
like
mixed, review.
unorganized. Like
Yeah. So I mean, half
they
of
had-
it, half of it,
like
like
a hack job or whatever.
the
Like,
first
fucking
half was on
guys don't even
ESPN
notice
Plus,
someone's
and then I
tapping.
had to go back to ESPN 2, and then go back to ESPN
What?
Plus.
It was on 2 different channels?
Yeah, well, 3 times. It just bounced back and forth. I'm like, well, who's fighting tonight? I was just like, what is going on?
No, it sounds like they got some things to figure out.
They do,
Let me know when they.
but
when
it's
they're
it's
up and
big,
running.
it's big that they're on ESPN now because at least
It's free.
it's well technically free if you're the ESPN Plus, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
at least the main shit's
I think
free.
everyone has ESPN Plus at this
But
point.
now it is, yeah.
If you have Disney Plus, you have ESPN Plus, right?
I never figured out how to bundle that.
I have the bundle. I have both.
What did you do? Did you
I
call
don't.
them?
I have no idea. I just,
No, it's the same. Disney owns them.
No,
I think if you get one, you get the other one
don't.
with it.
Disney owns ESPN.
that's correct.
Yes, Disney does.
There was a
already.
deal. You were supposed to get Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus.
Call your cable provider.
And I signed up for one of them, and then I just assumed, like you said, it would work like that. Just didn't work.
All right, so moving past the fucking whatever. I don't even remember what we were talking about, to be honest. But I guess let's go into Canelo Saunders. So, first of all, the fucking obviously there was a huge little debate slash fucking altercation that took place yesterday at their press conference about the ring because they wanted to fucking sneakily. Basically, there's supposed to be a 22-foot ring, and then decided at the last second, oh, guess what? It's going to be a 20-foot ring.
But when you say 22, is that 22 feet each side of
Yeah.
the ring? Each
Yeah,
side. Okay.
22 by
Yeah.
22.
Right. Yeah.
So it's way bigger.
Yeah.
So then
That's
go.
8 feet more.
Yeah. So then going down to 20 feet, it's like significantly smaller.
Realistically, though, if you stepped in that ring, would you notice it instantly?
Oh yeah, that's 8 feet total.
Yeah, like some.
What, 8
Two,
square
two,
feet?
two, yeah.
8 square feet, you're gonna notice?
It's definitely.
If you bought a house that they're like it's 1,000 square feet,
No,
and
but-
you walked in, it was
telling you-
998.
So
Are you gonna fucking notice?
certain people, depending on your style that you fight, certain people prefer bigger rings. People that move around a lot, and like like Mayweather would only fight in like the biggest possible ring.
Defensively,
Yeah.
you want to be able to.
Someone
Yeah,
like
so
that
you can
wants to
move
move around,
around, yeah.
which Saunders moves. He like moves around a lot. He's like an awkward style of fighting. Like he wants space to like move around and shit.
Yeah.
So that's why he was pissed that they tried like backdoor dealing him, being like, oh, guess what? It's 20 feet. Like me, when I fight in like the smallest. Like, well, I don't have a choice in my. I don't have like.
Rough and
I don't
round.
have
What
like.
is
Yeah,
that,
I don't.
dimensions?
It's 16 feet.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
You should
it's
bitch
way-
next time.
Yeah, no, but I
Yeah.
like. But the thing is, I'd fight in a fucking. If they had a fucking
Just going
10-foot
forward.
ring, I'd
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
I'd fight in a fucking phone booth
And an
if they had
elevator,
that.
yeah.
Because I actually prefer the small. I would
Because he can't run away.
yeah, I want
You're
because the
close
way
in.
I fight, I want to be in your face, close the whole time. I want a small ring, that's you know what I mean. That's better for me because you can't run away, and now it's like you get out of the corner, and guess what? You're already in another corner. Like you know what I mean? So I actually like the small ring. If I fought someone in like a way bigger ring, like a 22-foot ring, Like there are people that I could beat in a 16-foot ring that I couldn't beat in a 22-foot ring because they could just run away and I would get gas chasing them. And
But then we're talking 24 feet. We're not talking 8 feet. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? I'm not a math guy. I don't know what I'm
So
not doing the
you're
dimensions.
You're 16 by 16, and then if you went up to a 22.
Oh yeah, significantly bigger. Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying.
you now work with 24 more
Yeah.
feet. But if you went from the 22 to a 20.
My point is just that some people prefer
I
a
get
smaller
it.
ring.
I get it.
Because their style. Some people prefer a bigger ring. So this is something that gets negotiated.
But
before they fight.
we're talking like
I know, but I'm saying it
almost
gets
no
the
difference.
point you have to pay attention to is the fact that they
Agreed on it.
agreed
Yeah,
upon
yeah,
it. Like,
and then he was
this
gonna
shit gets
dispatch
like
them.
this
Yeah.
shit gets negotiated. It's not
Yeah.
like they just show up and it's like, yeah, whatever size they got.
And he
we're fighting
he
it.
trained for that size.
Yes,
fucking
definitely.
ring,
And they obviously agreed upon that. And then they showed up and they were like, no, we're fighting a 20-foot ring. And he was like, Saunders was like, then I'm not fighting. And they were like, what do you mean? He's like, no, fuck that. Like, I don't give a fuck if he's the star or not. Like, you can't just show up and decide we're changing.
which I get. Yeah,
But then, so they were all chirping Canelo. He like walked by, and they were all like chirping him for it, calling him like a fucking bitch for like, or like a scumbag or whatever they said. But Canelo, it's funny because he never speaks in English. Like I've never heard him. He has a translator speak for him all the time. I don't even think he can speak it. Like he obviously knows enough English because he called them all fucking. He was like, "You're fucking pussies."
Yeah,
But
that sounded clean.
He might
too.
maybe that's the only thing he knows in English, but he said it fluently. But it was just funny that he called them all pussies. So, but the biggest takeaway from it is, I guess Canelo after was like, whatever, fuck it, I'll make it 22 feet. I don't give a fuck. I'll fight you in any ring, any whatever. He was basically like, I don't care. Like it's petty. Like I'm gonna win no matter what. Like I don't give a fuck what the ring. I'll fight you in the fucking parking lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like when I look at that, I'm like, one guy is like freaking out. Like I can only win under certain conditions. Like I need this. It needs to be perfect scenario for me to win. And the other guy is just like whatever, I don't give a fuck. 22, 20, whatever, make it whatever you want. I'm going to, you know what I mean? I would look at that as like, all right.
After he agreed.
That's just like so much confidence.
Exactly.
After he agreed, the line should have moved. Everyone should have been like, "Ooh, he's gonna fucking kill him."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. What is the line? Do you know?
But he's a huge favorite. I feel
Like not even worth betting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll look it up right. Do we have a line checker? That's what we need. We need a line checker.
Line checker on Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, look up that line. I know it's like 800 or something. But it's big.
How do you even watch those shit?
That's what I was saying. Well, that goes back to what you were saying earlier. It's like you already know who's gonna win. Like if it goes to a decision.
How much do those cost?
$50 probably.
Oh, the rent? Yeah, probably
He currently sits at minus 800.
Yeah, that's what I knew.
Imagine
what is Saunders?
Plus 550.
Yeah, honestly, it's closer than like some boxing matches. Like, and that's like that's the whole thing we were talking about earlier. But I'm saying like what you said, maybe the line should have moved because fucking. I look at that as you're scared. You know what I mean? Like. He's talking about how he's gonna be the biggest upset of the last 20 years. Like, I'm gonna fucking be the guy that fucking beats him, this and that. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. Like, he's so ready for it. But then you go there and you're like, I'm not fighting unless we get a 22-foot ring. I'm not fighting. I look at it as like, are you really that confident? Or are you scared? You sound kind of scared to me because the other guy is just like, I don't give a fuck. What do we do? All right, fine. You can have it. You can have the 22-foot ring. Like, I don't care.
Gotta think, but if he gives that bit of ground on that, and say he knocks, say there's like some sort of rematch clause or whatever, then they just don't honor it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, yeah, we didn't honor that thing, or
I don't know. Yeah, no, I
contractually,
I keep flip flopping on how I should like analyze the situation. Like on one hand, it's like, yeah, dude, you agreed upon it. You can't just show up
ahead of time. They should have figured this out, right?
Yeah, you can't just show up and say, you know what, now we're doing this. Now we're doing it this way.
That's like they're saying, no, we're gonna wear fucking like different sizes.
I was just gonna say that. That'd be like if they agreed on like 10-ounce gloves and then they show up and we're wearing 8-ounce.
Did he bitch publicly or did he?
It was like all over like. The fucking media was like cameras everywhere. Like it was like at their press conference. Like
I would have grabbed my agent and been like, "Hey, deal with this. We signed a contract."
Well, they were chirping. Like Canelo walks in, and they're all his whole team and his boys and shit. They're all clapping for him, and they're like just like chirping him. Like I don't even know what the fuck they were saying. They were just talking shit. And then Canelo calls them all fucking pussies, and it was a big little fucking it's an oxymoron. Big little. I keep doing that. We gotta edit out my oxymorons. I'm really more intelligent than I let on when I start talking. But anyways, he fucking it was an incident that occurred, and the outcome was they're going back to the original agreed upon ring size, which was 22. But I'm just saying the part to take away is that Canelo didn't give a fuck. He was just like, yeah, whatever, I'll fight. What? Oh, all right, 22, whatever. And the other dude was like, I'm only fighting if it's this ring. So I just look at that. If you don't take all like boxing out of it, take
He already
who they
won.
are.
Yeah.
Take who they are. Pretend you two guys you've never seen before, like you don't even know who they are, and you just knew that about them. I would be like, well, clearly that guy's scared, and the other guy knows he's gonna win. You know what I mean? That's how I look at that. A lot of times when I'm betting on fights, I literally base it off of the fucking stare down. Just their body language. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I look at just a stare down. I can tell by certain people's body language. I'm like, this dude is trying to act way more confident than he really is, but inside he's freaking out.
I know what you're saying.
In wrestling, if you broke a dude from the other side of the fucking mat, you could win before the fucking match was over.
You would know in wrestling by the handshake.
No, because some kids overcompensate. They try to death squeeze you. But I never gave a fuck.
That's a thing.
That's you're really scared. You're just trying to like look tough, like that. Yeah. Dude, UFC stare downs all the time, dude. There's always one. You can tell when one guy is like it's real. It's not. He's not faking. Like this guy is dripping confidence, and the other guy is like projecting. Like he's trying to look more confident than he really is. But you could like they like kind of quiver when they speak. Like you can hear that they're like they're like nervous as fuck, but they're trying to let on that they're. Whenever I see that, I'm like, bet against this guy.
I've seen a ton of people do it. What do you think? Is it a tell if the guy kisses him? You know when they get close and they kiss him?
I don't think
So is he tough or is he scared?
Is he tough? Is he gay? I don't know. I think that just means they're gay.
I'm not betting on this fight. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if he's gonna fight him or fuck him.
That's a confidence thing, I would say.
Kissing him?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it is.
I'm pretty.
You're that confident in your sexuality and just everything.
I think it's a panic.
Kiss him?
I think it's a panic.
Yeah, could you imagine if he did not plan that?
You think that's a panic thing, Justin?
What if he
it's a panic
panicked?
thing.
No,
I think
They go.
that's a panic.
He just gets lost in his eyes and he panics.
I think no.
Yeah, what?
No,
I don't know. Afterward, they're like, dude, what did you do? I panicked. The first thing that comes to mind when you panic is to kiss him.
I think. What was it?
I think you panic kissed. I was a panic kiss. I don't know.
It's no. I think
When I get
it's,
nervous, I kiss people.
I think it's just like you said, overcompensating. I think it's like if some dude gets all up in your face and is like clearly like fucking
Right there,
dominating you, and
You
you're
just
like,
kiss him.
how can I react to make it seem like I'm not phased? Oh, here, I'm not phased. It's like that's I don't know. I just think it's like
I'm
an
kind of
overcompensating
The
type.
panic kiss is a thing.
Maybe.
I don't know. I've done 5 stare downs so far for my 5 fights, and I've
one's
never
kissed
kissed. No one's kissed me, and I haven't kissed anyone. So
I'm just saying.
I'm 0 kisses so far. I don't plan on it.
So
happening.
what do you guys think about Marshawn licking dudes in the playoffs? What do you think that would be?
I don't know. He's just a fucking
Because that's the
predator.
same thing. It's getting in your head.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck was that?
Well, he doesn't need to do anything.
Well,
Just
actually,
trying to tackle
We
him.
kind of get
is-
off of topic a lot. Not to cut you off, but Tyson Fury fucking licked Deontay Wilder's blood in the middle of the fight. You
That
remember
was crazy.
Yeah, that was
That
like
was
legitimately
was
like
weird.
insane. Like,
Well, you
it's
figure-
like, what if he is like they
They
get
get
blood tested
tested,
before,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
you know what? That's probably the safest
Place to lick blood.
If you're gonna lick blood, that's where you want to do it.
Well,
You know
BJ
it's no
Penn
risk.
licked his
But I'll
gloves
say,
clean.
Bro,
after.
he fucked up Sean Sherrick in like, what, 03?
and licked his gloves
He was
clean.
covered in Sean's blood. His gloves were covered in his blood, and he just started licking his gloves.
And it was the most
badass
badass
moment
thing I've
in
ever
UFC
seen.
history.
I don't know. That's kind of fucked up and weird, though.
No, but
on one hand, it's badass, and you're like, oh, this dude is a fucking animal. He's just licking his blood.
Yeah.
The other half of me is like, there's something actually wrong with you. Like you're licking blood. Like that's insane.
Yeah, but I think
think
it's
it
so
would've been
primitive though, like that. He's not even thinking about it. You know what I mean?
It would have been
no,
cooler.
he said he was gonna do it before the fight. So
Did he say
I
that?
want to taste his blood.
BJ Penn.
No, now we're talking about BJ Penn. I was just in my own world. I thought we were still talking about Tyson Fury.
said that?
He said before.
And that's weird as fuck.
He said, "I want to taste his blood." Obviously, people thought that was a metaphor.
That was a preemptive
It was a
blood
metaphor,
taste.
man.
That's
I was like, oh no, it wasn't a
acceptable.
metaphor. That was literal. Like he literally licked his blood. Like he
So
was.
he premeditated blood licking. That's
You know what would have been
crazy.
acceptable if he took the blood and he put it under his eyes like eyeshadow. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Well, now we're back to
But
BJ
you
Penn
can't.
because
No,
you can't do that
anybody.
with. Yeah, but Tyson Fury has boxing gloves on. You can't.
Well, that's
do
the
that.
thing with the
Take the
BJ,
gloves off.
The
Yeah.
BJ Penn thing is
You
like,
can actually do it with UFC.
he was
gloves.
just so fired up and he was just in like chaos
Yeah.
mode where he just started slapping his face and he just started licking the blood.
Because he was covered in blood.
Yeah, he was just straight up like
Yeah.
in like serial killer mode. He wasn't thinking about a
See,
That was cool.
It's funny
Yeah.
because 2 fights ago, I had the dude's blood that I fought all over me.
He didn't lick it.
I don't like I'm a germaphobe, dude. Like I don't like having I'm
It's
not.
gross.
So I took like a badass picture of me flexing. It's funny because I'll tell you what I looked like if you just saw the picture versus how I really was. I took a badass picture flexing, and I wrote the caption like love being covered in some other dude's blood. The second the picture was done, I was like, get this off of me! I was like, I jumped in the shower and I was like scrubbing, dude. I was like, get this fucking blood off me. I was like, but I just like was like, oh, for the gram, gonna do a cool pic.
You have to. You covered.
But it's just funny, like someone doesn't know me, probably watched that, looks at it, like, oh, this hit the fucking badass. Like, covered in some dude's blood. Really, I'm like, Lindsay, I'm like, give me a towel. I gotta wipe this off quick.
Do you think this dude licked it?
No, I did not such thing. I'd fucking, if I got someone's blood in my mouth, I'd probably fucking just, that'd probably be the only time I ever quit a fight. I have blood in my mouth. I'm done.
Yeah, blood in your mouth.
No, I'm just kidding. I would never, even in the moment, I wouldn't give a fuck. But right after it was over, I'd be like, I just got blood in my fucking mouth. Like,
have you ever got blood in your eye?
No.
I've got my own
blood.
I've got my own blood in my eye,
Yeah.
and it's like thick, hot, and it burns. It's not pleasant at all.
yeah, I'm sure it's not.
Yeah,
I already know it's
blood's
not.
supposed to go
I've had
like
blood in my
that,
eyes.
They do doctor decisions anytime the blood can reach your eye because it'll fuck you up. It's a base. It'll burn your eyeball.
Really? Is that
Yeah, I have a huge scar over my
blood will burn your
I got
eyeball?
cut
It's
there
a
and I bled
base.
everywhere.
It's the opposite of acid.
Listen, this isn't a fucking chemical
yeah.
show, all right? This isn't Bill Nye the Science
think
Guy.
that's true.
I'm just kidding. I don't fucking know.
All right, look. Hey, actually, I got a question though, and Bob, you settle this because when we did a practice run, when we were doing Tail of the Tape, you weren't here for the practice run, and Joey and I had a disagreement with these two, and I want you to settle it.
All right.
Would you rather be hit in the face bare knuckle or with a boxing glove, like a taped up hand in a boxing glove?
I forgot about that.
Glove 10 out of 10 times.
Thank you.
You know how much damage your bare knuckles
Thank
do?
you. No,
than a
that's
glove?
it. That's it. That's all I want to know.
They wear gloves for a reason.
Crazy.
Why do you think they wear gloves?
Protect their hands.
It's to protect your hands, not your
No,
face.
that is what everyone says. Okay, I actually box. I'm telling you right now, dude. I've been hit in the face with
I've
bare
heard
knuckles.
boxers say this. Though.
Dude, that is the dumbest thing ever when people say that. Oh, just to protect the hands. Then why do they wear 10-ounce gloves in boxing but 4-ounce gloves in UFC? You know what I mean? There's a big difference. Like,
You have to be able to move it.
Yeah, you move your hands.
okay, that was a good answer. I didn't think that one. I'm telling you right now, bare knuckle does so much more damage than boxing gloves.
But what we're saying as far as like
Impact.
pain.
No, it definitely. I would say 100%, dude. Gloves on, definitely.
But would you not punch me in the face differently, barehanded compared?
No,
to
I wouldn't. I would hit you the same way. And I would do more damage to you with my bare knuckle than I would do with. First of all, it cuts like
your
bare knuckles
breaking
cut
your
you.
hand?
No, that's another dumb thing. People, who the fuck gets in a fight and is worried about breaking their hand? Like, I'll deal with that after. Like, you know what I mean? I was gonna hit him, dude, but I just figured I haven't been drinking a lot of calcium lately. I haven't been drinking my milk. I didn't want to break my hands. But no, dude, I'm telling you right now, bare knuckles do definitely way more damage. First of all, your hands move faster with no, like, there's a reason that boxers, when you train, you wear 16-ounce gloves when you're training, and then they fight with 10-ounce gloves on. And so your hands are fucking faster. Like, you go from 16 to 10, your hands move faster. Well, guess what? You go from 10 to 0, your hands move way faster too. And I'm telling you right now, yes, it's not like all right, it's not like it doesn't hurt getting hit with a boxing glove on. It does.
Yeah.
People get knocked the fuck out with boxing gloves on. I've been rocked with boxing gloves on a million times, dude. Like, I had my nose. Only time in my life I've had my nose broken was with a boxing glove on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, yes, it still hurts, but bare knuckle definitely hurts you worse. 100%, dude. Like, it cuts you because your knuckles will cut your skin.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The glove is designed so it's not gonna cut you. It's not gonna cut you open. Your knuckles will cut you the fuck open. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
So yeah, bare knuckles definitely hurting you way more than a glove. Kind of a dumb thing to even say. Like really dumb thing to say. Like oh yeah, dude, it's just there to protect your hands. Like really, then why are they different sizes? You know what I mean? Why are they different ounce sizes?
Part of their argument, right, was that you would in theory. You would like if you had if you're taped up, yeah, you don't hold anything back. But if you're not taped up, you might kind of like moderate.
You know how many people I've punched in the face with my bare knuckles in my life? A shitload. I've never held back. I've never once been like, oh, I might hurt my fucking hand. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll hurt my hand, but I know I'm going to hurt his face a lot fucking worse than my hand hurts.
We're more conservative punches than you, Bob. We're much more conservative.
If my hands hurt,
like
I know.
Diaz
I'm like, wow, my hand's really killing me.
Yeah.
His fucking face must be hurting bad. Like,
The Vernon's,
I know I hit him good if my hands hurt. No. people. I've heard people say it. To me, anyone who says that has just never been in a street fight before. Never been hit with bare knuckles.
Well, I've never punched with gloves. I've been in a street fight.
yeah,
So
so
that's the
I-
one.
I-
All right, so you
the
also
opposite
don't. Yeah,
situation.
no, dude. I'm telling you, yeah, that's because a lot of boxers probably never been in a street fight. If they just boxed since they were fucking 8 years old and
Yeah,
it's
they-
only boxing.
They
their
must
whole
be
life.
dying to.
So
though.
Yeah, dude.
Training your whole life.
nation,
Come on, bro, say something.
No, I know. But I'm saying, you know what I mean? So they say that, oh, yeah, it doesn't make a difference. It's just to protect your hands. No, dude. Go get hit. Go have Mike Tyson punch you in the face with his bare knuckles and then have him put a glove on and hit you. And
He
tell
probably
me,
doesn't have his fingernails clipped. You know what I mean? That's a factor too.
No, I'm tired. We'll move on to another topic.
Well, is there
Thanks for
any?
clearing it up.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate that.
Oh wow, wow. What was I gonna say? I was gonna ask you something.
I will
and,
say one more point. There is the argument that it adds more weight to your hand. Okay, so
That's what we're going
that's the
for.
counter
Yeah,
argument.
yeah.
There are people
We
that
had that
say,
too.
well, 10 more ounces on your hand is
Yeah,
more weight.
exactly.
But no, I'm
More
telling
weight.
you,
Yep.
the impact, it might be more impact, but just the not having your exposed knuckles, like your
But you're
knuckles
going
are
based
like,
off opinion.
they're like,
What-
these are like fucking little razors on your
We're
fucking
going
hand,
based
you know
off
what I
of
mean?
science, though.
Yeah, science.
Wait,
your opinion based-
hold on. Time out. Now we're talking science.
Yeah.
Where is there a scientific experiment
Look it up.
that talks about this?
Bob, you're all
And
anecdotal.
who are these fucking?
This is a
And
scientific
first of all,
show.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, these science fucking nerds that did this test have never been hit by either. So how the fuck do they know?
But they punched a dummy and they recorded
Yes.
it.
All right, that dummy can't talk. Ask him. If that dummy could talk, he'd be like,
It's like, put
and
the
that, you know what? And the other thing is,
put the glove on. Put
that
the
dummy,
glove on.
that dummy can't bleed. That dummy, can the dummy get cut and bleed? I'm telling you right now.
No, you know what it was? It was a
They have
frozen
those-
pig. It wasn't a dummy. It was a pig.
Was it a pig?
Was it
Yeah,
a
it was a-
live pig?
no, it was a
did
dead
we,
pig.
Did we measure his oink? Like he oinks up one, he's like, and the other one is like, you know what I mean? Like
They brought him back to
squeal.
life.
Yeah. Oh no, it was a dead pig. It was a dead pig.
Yeah,
It was a frozen pig.
It was a frozen
Well,
pig.
then obviously you're gonna break your fucking hands hitting a frozen pig.
So see,
Say
Yeah, all right, yeah. I didn't say you can't hurt your hands. You're obviously more likely to hurt your hands bare knuckle than you are with wraps on and gloves
The whole
on.
time we were talking about punching a frozen pig.
yeah. What are you talking about? You going on a rant?
No, someone hit someone in the face.
Well,
All right, well, sum it all up. The science nerds don't know what the fuck they're talking about because they've never been hit by either. I've been hit by both, and I've hit people with both. And your bare knuckle 10 out of 10 times is hurting somebody more than with a glove on. But yes, you are more likely to hurt your own hand. But
Yep.
who the fuck gets in a fight and is like, oh, I better not hit this kid hard because I could break my hand. Like, he's attacking me, but God forbid my hand breaks. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's punching me in the
Sound
face,
logic.
but I don't want to hurt my hand.
Don't make me risk injury.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna fuck that kid up, but dude, my hands, man. If I had my fucking wraps on, that kid would have got it. But
J-Van, you remember what you were
meanwhile,
gonna say?
your fucking nose is hanging off
No,
your
I'm
face.
thinking so hard. I felt like I had like a good question.
What the fuck were we talking
The
about?
people
again?
are dying to know.
I know.
We gotta
I
put up like
know.
we gotta put up like a PowerPoint on the
Yeah, right.
no, like a bullet thing on the wall so we don't go off.
well, we were gonna say something. Then he brought up.
Oh, we brought up
bare
the thing.
knuckles.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
we just-
So what are we
If you-
talking about?
I was gonna ask you something.
Think about it. Well, let's
yeah.
talk about the UFC card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tomorrow's UFC card.
Yeah, isn't that like supposed to be the main focus point of the
No,
show?
just fighting in general.
I know. I'm just saying, like
Punching pigs.
we just went all over the place.
Yeah, we can do whatever.
All right, UFC.
So yeah, tomorrow's UFC event.
It's the original main event was supposed to be Ben Rothwell versus Felipe Lins, and that got canceled. So now instead it's Marina Rodriguez versus Michelle Watterson, and
I can't be less excited for a minute.
I just want to say that like I get what they're doing, but we can't have that.
Listen, I get it.
It's just
Women's rights, equality, I'm all for it, but
But this isn't the fight. Which,
I'm just saying-
I'm not turning
I'm-
on my TV
Yes,
on Saturday
exactly.
for
Don't
me
care.
to watch this fight as the last fight.
I want to watch
end my night.
fucking Cowboy Cerrone.
Exactly.
That's who I'm interested to see fight. Like I
It,
don't.
it makes no sense because to me, I would say Neil Magny versus Jeff Neal should be the main event, 100%, no question. Even with Ben Rothwell and Felipe Lins,
I just
and then it should be Donald Cerrone versus Alex Morono as the co-main event, and then we got like 6 fights, and then it should be
I just
the Michelle
I
Watterson
get
fight.
to try and listen. It's just this goes back to we get off topic a lot here, but this goes to like Disney. Like look at every show that make now, like every show that's out now, everything, dude.
Yeah.
It's like they're jamming like PC, like liberal, like everyone equality shit down your throat. It's like, I get it. I know. Like, women can do things. Like, we all agree. Like, it's not the 1950s. Like, we're all on the same team here now. Like, I get it. You don't have to keep fucking jamming it down my throat and everything I see. But now it's like, even UFC, it's like, main event, fuck it. It's
Now-
like, I don't care. If this was pay-per-view, you'd have 0 buys.
But that's why it's not a pay-per-view. Because there's not been a single.
Can we get a
pay-per-view.
line
what I
check?
mean.
Because also,
Yeah, I got
it's
a
not
line.
going to be a good fight.
No, it's not.
It's not going to be a good
That's
fight.
the issue. That's the issue.
The only girls that I would pay money to watch is Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm. Those two are like anytime they fight.
Still,
I
you
actually
don't-
like I'm saying I get excited to watch them to watch them fight. I'm like, oh shit, like they're fighting. I gotta watch
As the
that.
co-main event.
Yeah,
I would
but,
say.
no, even as a main event, Amanda Nunes as a main event, I'm fine with that. But
I think the
Though
girls'
there's-
league for me is just less entertaining
It
because
is.
it's top heavy, and
Yes.
do you get that's all I'm saying.
it doesn't listen,
no.
I'm just you want me to pay money to watch something. It has to excite me. I'm not being sexist, but it doesn't excite me to watch.
you don't have to
As-
pretend to be excited by
You
it
can't
because
for-
they're
you're not
girls.
gonna,
Yeah.
you're not gonna
They're forcing us to
You're
watch
not gonna
that.
guilt me into like
Yeah.
paying money to watch this.
No,
You know what I
look,
mean?
there's
Like-
nothing wrong with that. And anybody who has a problem with it, you should just ask them when's the last time they bought tickets to a WNBA game.
Exactly.
It's the same thing. There's
is.
a reason that
Millions.
nobody watches the WNBA
Like,
because I'd rather watch the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
exactly.
Like,
It's-
there's a reason for it. It's the same thing with UFC.
Yeah.
Like throw a few girl fights here in the card
So
here
I
and
can go
there.
take a shit.
Yeah,
have a beer.
that'll be the time.
And then, maybe smoke a cigarette outside. And then when
He
the
doesn't even
next fight's
smoke.
on, let me know.
But it's like, yeah, it's just it shouldn't be the main event. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't make
people.
any
It doesn't.
sense.
People aren't excited to like watch that. Like, and anyone that is like lying.
Yeah, they know.
Like
they
Joe
are.
Rogan's gonna be like, "Oh my god!" and it's like, I don't even believe you. Like, I don't think.
Well, so there was like a co-main event last week. Like the Rose Namajunas versus Jane.
I was excited for that because
Yeah.
yeah,
They're like, but that's like those.
That's legit.
That's a good
That's
matchmaking.
there is a hand. All right, so let's just say this: there is
It's
a handful of female
women's fights
fighters
that I would love to watch. That
if
in
they
this
fight-
position, I would watch it as the main event.
Yes, that I'm like,
Yes.
okay, if she's fighting, fine.
Yes.
But just you can't
these
just
two?
pick like random
No.
girls and put them as main event and think I'm gonna be
Just
like
be
interested.
excited about
Yeah,
it.
like unless they're hot. Did we
Which,
talk,
well,
we say that?
but I think
If they're hot, then
that's what they're going for. Because
scrap everything I said. If they're hot, out them. Then now we're talking.
This girl, Michelle Watterson, her nickname is the Karate Hottie.
Oh
So-
shit! I'm watching. Forget what I said.
So
I'm in.
That's what they're marketing it on.
all right.
Oh yeah, actually, I just followed her on Instagram yesterday.
She's not even that hot.
She's hot enough that it's definitely gonna like. It definitely changes the game a little bit.
It does, yeah. But like
Having
it's-
two hot girls fight depends. Do we know? We should get like we knew what their outfit was gonna be, and they come out in like wicked, like are they gonna come out in like wicked tight little shorts? Like are they gonna be like the baggy ones that like you know what I mean? Like I gotta know that change. That's a game changer.
All right, so listen to this. They're both Rodriguez is 34 and Michelle Watterson is 35.
Too old for me.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm 29.
But,
I'm
like-
like almost the same age.
What was your point?
So what's their career moving forward? Are these the future of the division? No, they're
what people don't
35.
understand is per women's division, there's like 5 people.
Yeah.
They had to make a new weight class, so this
To
other
be
girl
more-
could
yeah.
just avoid another chick. That's all it is. Like, there's like 50, there might be like 25 girls
In the world?
that are in the UFC.
Yeah, as a kid.
They all just fight each other.
I'm
And
saying there's more than that.
But like,
It's
it's
like
just like
51% of the population.
they're
I meant
I'm
fighting-
not a math
fighting
guy, so
women.
I don't know.
in the with the men's, you can make all sorts of matchups. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's 3 to 4 top dogs,
And then you match it, and then they just kill everyone.
and then they're fucking up soccer moms. And it's like,
Yeah.
as fun as that is to watch sometimes,
it's really not even fun to watch.
Fights in her free time, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, she might lose to this girl.
no, it's crazy. I just
Yeah.
don't.
All right, so let's sum this up with, unless it's like one of the handful of like really like big female fighters, they should never be a main event. Nobody cares enough to watch them unless they're hot. Then we'll watch them.
But also, like, I feel that way with the lowest weight class, like those tiny dudes fighting.
Those are the best weight classes in the UFC.
yeah.
No, I'm talking about the WEC back when there was like the
That's what we have. We have those now.
Yeah, we
We've
absorbed them, okay.
Obtained those.
Like, what's the lowest weight class?
135.
Is it
oh,
featherweight?
and I think it's bantamweight.
135.
Is 135.
All right, I thought it was flyweight.
No, yeah.
featherweight.
Might no. It goes
No, bantamweight is the
Bantamweight is the
Bantamweight's
lowest.
the lowest,
135.
135.
Featherweight.
I was saying 135 is wicked exciting right now. There's a ton of like that's what fucking Sean O'Malley fights at.
I would
Yes,
say. Would
yeah,
you say
yeah.
that's the most exciting division? Or,
No, the lightweight division is the best.
Yeah.
by
It's
far.
so crazy because if you just saw a dude in public who was 135 pounds, you would be like, okay, well, that's the least threatening dude in the
I know,
in the whole place.
Yeah, but these guys walk around
like-
probably at like 150,
50, yeah.
160 probably. Like, dude, some of them probably cut 25
but
pounds.
the way to judge it is when you see them fighting, look at the referee because he's
That's how, and the
towering.
octagon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's why
still,
Sean
like,
O'Malley
he's
fucking
small,
kills everybody
but,
because he's actually
he's so
like
tall.
He's
He's
like
like
6 feet, I think.
yeah,
6'1".
yeah,
He might be a
at
6'1".
least, yeah.
He towers everybody. His reach is fucking
at 135.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let's look him up right now.
I want to see a picture of him. Oh my
You ever
god.
seen it? Yeah. And also,
He's the man, by the way. I know. I don't know why we get so off topic.
See,
we're talking about guys not even fighting tomorrow.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I think he's not that good. He's all.
Oh, he's 5'11", so he's almost 6 feet.
yeah. Which is
I'm
way
bigger
taller
than
all
him.
those
I'm
guys.
way bigger than him.
Yeah, you should fight. You kick his ass.
Well, you said you know him. Call him.
I'll call him right now.
What's up,
yeah,
Sean?
he fights. All right, let's double check. He fight. Yeah, it's 135 pounds. I was
Yeah.
right.
Those
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
those,
but he
but
probably
those
walks
guys,
around
dude,
way heavy.
they're so quick. It's like amazing to watch how.
That's the
fast they are.
technique round. But
Yes.
I'm saying like talent wise, right now you're saying it's top tier.
I'd say the bottom 3 weight classes are probably the best.
When they first got introduced to UFC, I was disgusted.
It was like 5 people.
I was
Yeah, it was the
disgusted.
same as the women's is right now. Where you're
Okay,
like,
that's what I was talking about.
But that's where Mighty Mouse was. Henry Cejudo. They're all 135 pounds.
Because they were just dicking on nobodies. Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, no,
At the
100%.
beginning, yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I think boxing needs? Did you guys ever watch that show, The Contender? It was on a long time ago. Like,
Yeah, it was like the Ultimate Fighter, but with boxing.
yeah, and it actually made boxing sick. They took like basically a combination of like some dudes who were like world ranked, some dudes who were like trying to make names for themselves, like some dudes like no one's ever fucking heard of. They took like 16 dudes and they put them in like a real world type of house with just like a crazy gym and shit.
With alcohol too.
I mean, they could booze.
I don't know.
They
These
didn't-
guys are all like
did.
fighting for a
Yeah, like-
contract.
Ultimate
It's
Fighter,
not-
they were
Ultimate Fighter,
boozing.
they're
They
getting-
get
but-
drunk.
yeah,
They
it's-
fight in the house.
But that's the type of shit though that I'm
God,
saying.
that was on
Like,
Spike TV. Like,
Yeah.
that was when we were in, like, high
made
school.
that made the UFC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
but
a great
that's
show.
exactly it. I'm saying if you want to think of like the current climate of entertainment, if you want to revive a dying sport, make into a fucking reality TV show.
Put them on a boat.
I know.
Legitimately.
Put 'em on a
like-
cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, with like with
with
families.
hot
No,
girls.
with
No, no, no.
families.
No.
Just put them on a random cruise, and just watch their interactions, but they're training.
No, I think
Why a
that's
cruise? Why not just like a house?
Because
Like
they're
you
on a
said?
boat.
What does a boat have to do with anything?
Because they're like we're in the ocean, and that's why you have to.
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
get
get
one guy
along.
who's
And then you should
seasick,
have.
yeah.
You should have hot girls there that are just.
Obviously.
Yeah, you couldn't have
But
them
no, I'm
fight
saying-
though on a boat because the thing be rocking. If you hit fucking
What?
rocky seas in the middle of a fight,
They play
like,
basketball games on fucking boats.
Wait, do they really?
Yes.
Yeah, they actually do.
Yes, they
Play-
play basketball.
Aircraft carriers, not a fucking
A cruise ship is the same size, dude.
Oh,
I went on a
my
fucking
God.
cruise ship one time and
You-
I
you
was,
felt the
I was
rocking?
seasick as fuck.
Oh,
and I was
yeah,
like,
you're
it
just
was literally
like-
like
I've been on a
rocking.
cruise ship. I've never felt that.
I don't know, dude. I felt like, well, I was like the poor Irish guys in the Titanic that like live in the fucking
Yeah.
shittiest little room.
Oh, yeah,
like,
I was in the bottom,
Yeah,
too, yeah.
I was like the poorest fucking. I was 18 when I went. I had like no money, and I was like I was like, if there's a flood, they're gonna shut the gates and they're gonna lock
At
me
no
and all my
point-
friends in and let us die.
But
like,
at no point when you were at like the pool bar and
No,
stuff, were you
I-
like,
I was
no,
walking
no,
down
but
the
when
hallway.
you're down low, yeah.
No, I'm saying so we'll fight on the top.
I'm
down.
not fucking. Listen, I'm not a boat guy. I don't fucking know. I'm not a math guy. I'm not a boat guy. Like
Walking down the hallway, I was like, "Am I really this drunk?"
You're
If the
probably
boat
hammered,
was
yeah.
no, I
No,
was,
you're probably-
but the boat was going like this.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the maybe you were in a storm or something.
Nah,
Just
look,
rough
I feel
seas. Choppy seas.
if I was like drunk to the point where I was like too fucked up,
You would
I
feel
think.
the boat.
Oh, not only what I feel about, but I think a boat is probably the last place in the world I'd want to be if I was fucked up beyond my mind. Not only is my head rocking, but the boat's rocking too.
You just go
That'd
to
be-
bed, close your eyes.
That'd be the worst. I'm just puking.
Nah, dude, I was
That'd be the
seasick. It was the
thing
worst
ever.
thing. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst
Yeah,
enemy, dude.
awful.
Because it's like,
So you wouldn't recommend a cruise?
I
no,
love
no, it
cruises.
was.
No, I would.
It was
I would
fun.
do a cruise,
It
but
was
I
fun.
just think you'll
Everything
be
other
fucked
than the
up.
day I was seasick. I was there for 7 days. Day 2, I was so fucking seasick, and I took medicine. Actually, this is actually funny. So, my fiance, who at the time was my girlfriend, So my girlfriend was like, you should take this medicine. You've never been on a boat before. And I was like, I'm not a fucking pussy. I'm not taking fucking medicine. Are you out of your fucking mind? Yeah, all right. Dude, it would have taken 2 seconds of me just popping these pills. And I was such a hard ass then. I refused to take the medicine. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll be fine. You take the medicine. Like, and then day 2, I woke up. I was the sickest person. I literally had like the plague, dude. I was I was so fucking sick.
No correlation to you heavily drinking the night before.
No, I mean, it was definitely a factor. But like I heavily drank every day of the week. That was the only day I got sick. I took, from that moment on, I was like, give me the medicine. Like, I took medicine like it was fucking
What is it called?
candy.
Is it tryptophan or something?
It's like Dramamine.
Dramamine,
yeah. But anyways, and it works like magic. You take it, you're not sick. And I was like, wow, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, there's a lot of scenarios in my life where my own like pride and like tough guy attitude gets me in trouble. That was definitely a learning curve for me in my life. But anyways, moving forward, if I ever step foot on a fucking boat, I'm taking Dramamine. But I was sick as fuck. I wouldn't take the thing. It was the worst thing ever, dude. Like, literally, because here's the irony. The only thing that will make you better is if you like get up and like go out in the fresh air, but you're so sick that you just want to be in the room.
Yeah.
But being in the room, you rock way more. It's like a fucking fucked up circle that you're in of like sickness. There's no escaping it, and it was the worst thing ever, dude. It was fucking.
So
horrible.
bottom line, don't be too tough to help yourself out.
Yeah, I'll never say no to medicine for any. I learned my lesson. Like I'll. Yeah.
The real bottom line is don't film the fighting show on a boat.
Yeah. Well, no, but that's the thing. That would be a factor. Like there would be a fighter that got seasick like the day of his fight.
Probably the top guy.
Like that,
that,
and
yeah.
like,
And
then that
that's
would be,
what we wanna
and then it would be
watch.
like, oh, now it's who's making excuses, and it's like, no, as someone who's been seasick, that's not. If someone was like, I'm seasick, I'd be like, oh my god, like what? Anything I can do for you? Like, do you need a blanket? Like some?
Do you need drama?
Yeah,
man?
like cancel the fight. Like this guy's, you know what I mean? So, because as someone who's
That's
not,
fine. We won't do it on a fucking boat.
yeah, no, yeah, just do it in the house. What's wrong with the house? The house has been a foolproof plan since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Like Real World, fucking Big Brother, I don't know, fucking all these stupid shows. They do it in a house. There's a reason, and I think that'll just. Yeah, that's it for the day.
Yeah, I think we got what's his name? Fabricio. What's his last name? Fabricio Werdum. Yeah, if you guys are
calling in, right?
if you guys are hanging around,
He's actually gonna call in.
oh, he's calling in, bro. He's calling in.
that's awesome.
So yeah, so if you guys made it all the way to the end of episode 3 of Tale of the Tape, thank you for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back next week, and stick around for a brief call with Fabricio Werdum.
Hello,
Hey, how's it going, Fabricio?
it's Fabricio.
Yeah, so we want to call in about your take on last night's fight.
Who is this?
This is Liam.
We're calling with the
Is
tail.
this podcast?
We're calling with the tail of the tape.
Podcast. All right. Okay. Go.
Yeah, so last night, you locked in that triangle choke, and
No,
clearly,
I don't talk about last night. What's that fight?
What are we talking about?
I don't talk about Fabricio's that fight. Listen, that man, I let him go. I had good fight for him. I win fight. He continued to fight. I let him go. It's over. That fight for Fabricio, I don't talk about.
Fabricio, do you feel wronged by him? Do you think you were being a gentleman and he took advantage of it?
No, I am not wrong for what I did. No, I am not wrong. You tell me I'm wrong. I let him go. He punched after I let him go. How am I wrong?
No, we're saying he's wrong. You think he's wrong?
Fabricio wins fight. That is fact. You watch tape. Fabricio, he feels that. Fabricio been around forever. Fabricio is legend of fight. Fabricio, let him go. After fight win, I collect paycheck. No, this man punch. This man, the referee, no watch. He's no watch fight. I say, Fabricio, he tapped.
Fabrizio, if you had one thing you could say right now to the ref who missed that call and the fighter who cheap shotted you, what would it be?
He's no good. He's no good for Fabricio. Fabricio come back stronger. Fabricio come back bigger. And Fabricio never forget that day.
Fabricio, I have one question for you. So the next fight, if you do have someone in a choke like that, and they tap, are you gonna let them go, or are you just gonna keep choking them?
I will kill him before I let him go.
Okay. Thanks for calling in, Fabricio.
We
Thanks,
appreciate that,
Fabrizio. We
Fabricio.
appreciate you. Hate to be your
Do not
next
call
opponent.
again. Do not call again.